Man, this train is so cool. I'm actually really glad I made it. It makes the process of going over to the village so much better. And speaking of which, I think I should probably actually finally get to making it look a bit better, because that village is kind of ugly at the moment. It's just a regular vanilla village, and even at that, it's a pretty ugly vanilla village. Like, it's really messy, and there's just everything everywhere, so I think I'm just gonna focus on making that look better for today. And then maybe if I get enough time, I might even extend the track a little bit to make it a full circuit loop. But man, no, this is such a cool train. I'm really glad I built it. Just the train system in general is really cool, where it's actually really good. As I said earlier, it's a pretty ugly village, and even for being vanilla, it's extraordinarily ugly. It's not exactly the best. It's really messy. The houses are everywhere. They kind of don't have a road plan. So I don't know how I'm gonna start this. I might start by designing a bit of a road structure for the houses, or actually I might start by moving all the villages away so that they're not in the way. I think I'll just make them a little safety hole off to the side over here. Just right here should be far enough away. This should be enough space for them. Just light it up and then I'll start moving them in. Should be good. No mobs should be spawning now. Just put some fence posts so that they can't get out as well. Hey, where are all the villagers? Don't tell me they're all dead. Wait, they might actually all be dead. Oh no, we got one here. Use the carry on mod and I'll bring them over. Okay, that's one. I'm gonna need at least two if I wanna rebuild the village. I really hope that wasn't the last guy, because if it is, then it's gonna make this process a lot harder. Oh no, there we go. There's one more in here. Come here, kind sir. Ooh, blocked, buddy. Well, if that's all there is, that's fine, because I can breed them and rebuild, but I'd hope that there would be more. Oh, here we go. There's one more right here. Don't run from me. Wait, why do they go super small while I'm holding them? That's kind of funny. Okay, well, I've been looking around for a while now. I think that's about all of them. To start, I'm going to move this beacon over to the middle of the village so that I have the haste 2 to help destroy it. I think about here would be right. Alright, there we go. Now I can start doing this with a bit more speed. Actually, as a matter of fact, before I start, I might put a few chests down to put all the resources into. Alright, let's get started. Man, now I have to kill the undead army. This sucks, bro. The undead army spawned after killing a single zombie. Wait, why is it not raining? Oh, wait, this is easy claps. We're gonna die from the sun. Because normally it's supposed to be raining, but something bugged and now it's not. I mean, I ain't complaining. I mean, it's still really annoying, but it makes it a lot easier. Why does this guy have jump boost? What? Man, I don't know where this guy is, and usually they're supposed to get a glowing effect when you don't find him for a while, so I don't know where he is or what he's doing, but he just ain't spawning. Or whether maybe he's inside the station. Where is he? Wait, is that him there? Yup, that would be him. They all keep on spawning up in this mountain over here, and it's really annoying. Oh wait, I got a level Z level up as well. Get out of the way, I don't want you here while I'm fighting Cerberus. Oh, that might be too late. Yup, he's right here. Give me a Cerberus. Shoot, I'm actually dying, hang on a minute. This guy's harder than the Wither last episode. Well, actually, I don't know, I wouldn't say that. Man, these things are so easy, they're such a drag. It'd be a great pleasure if you could drop your skull. And of course they didn't. Have I gotten everything I can from this yet? Yeah. I don't know if this is better than what I have already. I think this one might be just slightly better. Yeah, I think I might switch these out because this one's just ever so slightly better with the move speed and mind speed. Alright, well at least now I can get back to destroying the village. Man, it looks so barren here without all the village. And it's completely gone now except for the bounty boards. I don't know whether I want to leave these bounty boards standing where they are. I just don't know whether you can actually craft them again. So I'm just kind of leaving them where they are in case if you can't for the time being, and I'll look into it later. But anyway, I'm gonna start smoothing this place out a little bit now. I'm trying to get rid of some of these little patches of tuff because it's gonna be a bit annoying to make paths on that. And once I finish that, I think I'll start laying out the path and trying to figure out where I want the buildings to go. And insta mining is so satisfying. And just the difference between instant mining and then that mining where it's just ever so slightly off of instant, it's such a big difference. Like, you go from feeling like you're so fast to just feeling like you're super slow. It was a bit of a process, but I think I'm finally at a state that I'm happy with now. So I did actually start a little bit of the path over here, as you can see. I've got it coming up around this big block of dirt, which will make a lot more sense later, trust me. I've got a plan of what I'm going to do with it. But yeah, I've started the path, it comes up around here, and this is basically all I've done around the block of dirt here and slightly over to here. But I'm going to keep relatively a similar path structure to the village that used to be here, because it was actually not that bad. It just looked bad because of the placement of the houses. The only part that I'm a little bit iffy about with the pathing is down here when it gets closer to the ice spikes biome, because it's a bit ugly right here and it's really bad terrain. So I think I might just honestly cut it off here and then have this as the border of the town right here. But regardless, I'm probably going to move this fountain somewhere else so that it's more centralized. If not, I might just not even have the fountain at all. And I mean, when I look around the place, you can probably see that I've laid out some spaces for a house. Like, there's this little square part here that's laid out. There's this other kind of dug into the wall part here that's ready for a house. So there's a couple places that I have pre-prepared for houses. I just ran out of food, now I need to go and get more. But yeah, there's a couple places pre-planned out for houses, and this one here, which is the block that I was saying is gonna make a lot more sense later. At the moment, it's just a dirt block, as I said, but I'm planning on making it a bit of a like a town hall type of thing that looks over the town pretty much. And there's gonna be a bit of a staircase climbing up the side of it along here, and maybe even like a bit of a tunnel in the midway through that goes straight through underneath it. But regardless, at the moment it looks ugly, but once I actually build it up, I'm hoping that it'll look good. But anyway, I gotta go back to the base now because I need some food and I need to start collecting some building materials as well for the build. Oh, that's great. Are you kidding me, bro? Really? Oh, and my chicken died as well. That's great. What? Bro, look at this crater. Oh, and it's just becoming worse too. You gotta be kidding. While I'm back at the farm, I should probably also tend to a few things as well, like replanting these fields and actually putting some animals into this big plot I have here. This field in particular is really bad with the weeds. It's always got weeds in it, I swear. Every time I come back, it's filled with weeds again. Oh, this is a lot better than the last time I did it. I can finally insta-break the pumpkins now. Alright, that's all the crops now. I think I might just go grab a few animals and chuck them in there and breed them up a little bit, and then I might get back to work on the village. There's only 9 days left until winter. Man, I hate winter in this mod. It's so annoying. There's forever snow all over the place, and it just looks ugly as well. And no crops grow either. You can't even bone meal trees half the time. Alright, that's one cow. Again, using the carry-on mod here to take them through the place. Break a bit of a hole through the fence here. That's one cow. I think I'll get 2 cows, 2 pigs, and 2 sheep, and then I can just breed from there. Oh, where was that other cow? There was 2 with that group that I seen earlier. There we go. Oh no, never mind, that's a pig. Still take him though. And then I'll come back for his sheep friend as well. He's running away from me. There we go. I'll come back again for the cows over there. There you go, buddy. Find you a friend. There we go, got a sheep. This carry on mod is so good, man. It saves so much time, especially with the villages as well. Because, as we all know, villages absolutely suck to work with. And just being able to walk up to them and pick them up, it just makes the process so much easier. And obviously with things like this, it helps as well. Because, I mean, you can see how much time I'm saving here by just picking them up and running them over instead of trying to finagle with leads and whatever. There we go. Now I just need to go and find another pig, and then I think that should be it. Oh, man, where is it at? Man, all I can find is sheep. I just need a pig, bro. So look, another sheep, man. Where are they at? Oh, there it is. There we go. What is going on with the windmill? That's where I'm always having issues with the windmill and the create contraptions glitching out. I think it's to do with the texture pack, but I don't really want to take them off because it looks pretty. Come on, gather up, gather up. A demon cow, bro. Look at it, it's got red eyes. Oh no, he's passed on the traits to the child too. And now my horse isn't just standing alone in the field, it's actually got some other animals in here now, it's not lonely. Built this a while ago, now that I'm looking at it, I don't even really like it as much, but it's whatever, I can't be bothered rebuilding. And at least it's better than this chicken coop. This chicken coop is ugly. But again, I can't be bothered rebuilding, so it's just gonna stick around for now. Alright, well that was a pretty decent break, but I think I should probably actually get back to pathing out the village now. Alright, well, I think I've got a rough idea laid out in my head of what I want these paths to look like. And just like these ones here, I'm gonna path them out in 3x3 path block paths. And I'm gonna change that later though, because obviously it's not exactly the prettiest. But I just need something temporary to be put down so that I know where the paths are. But I think for the time being, the path blocks should just be fine. Now, I did say this earlier, but I do see this part as being like the town hall community center that just kind of looks over the entire town. In terms of what I'm going to use this area for, I don't actually have any idea yet. I'm going to have to build this building first before I build this one for sure, because otherwise it's just going to mangle with each other and it's going to require a lot of thinking. Why does it always have to rain when I start projects? Oh, and of course it's going to snow now because we're in a snowy area. I just spent forever cleaning up all this snow. As I said earlier, I think I'm going to relocate the town center well, because it's just not exactly in a position that I would consider the center. It's kind of in an ugly spot really as well, because as I said earlier again, over here it's just not pretty looking. It's very bad, and I think whatever house or building goes here is going to be the furthest out building of the entire town. Alright, well I think that's about it for the temporary paths for now. They've got like a decent setup going on now. The only area that I didn't work out was down here because, again, it's really ugly. But I just don't think I'm even gonna bother doing paths here. I think I might just flatten out this area and then put a few houses on and then act as if that path never existed. Man, it's snowing again. I just finished cleaning up some of these areas, man. Okay, we're making really good progress, but I really need to go repair my tools again, so I should probably go do that. Something I was just considering is that I should probably actually start working towards netherite, but then I remember that I need to get to level 20 to get netherite, so apart from this mining, I'm not really going to be getting any netherite stuff. Although I suppose the main tools that I am needing to repair is the shovel and the pickaxe, so maybe I should just go and get the netherite. Only thing being is that I still need to find a netherite template, which I haven't done yet, and the nether in this world seems to be really buggy because it always crashes while I'm exploring around in there. I don't really know what it is. It must be like some sort of clashing mod, like maybe it's the post netherite ore mod, because I know that there's some geodes that can spawn in the nether, and that might be clashing with the expanded nether mod or whatever it's called. I can't remember. I think it's something along those lines. I mean, it does make it really annoying to explore the nether. Like, I've seen a fortress from the portal, and then I kept on trying to go there, went past this bastion, and then it kept on crashing when I went past there. So instead I had to go around the other way, which is about 5 times the length, but at least I got there, so. But that is going to be a real hassle when I'm mining netherite, because it's kind of hard to tell, because it's kind of weird though, because it crashes in a way where all the ticks freeze, but you actually don't freeze. So you can still move and everything, you just can't actually interact with mobs, you can't interact by placing blocks, mining blocks doesn't drop anything. It's really strange, actually. If it happens, I'll show you, but still though, I don't know whether I want to put in all of that extra time to go and get netherite. Because truly, the diamond tools aren't that bad. They're fast enough. And they don't die instantly, it's just that I'm using them so much right now. That being said though, I don't have another mending book to put on my shovel, and I also don't have any more diamonds, so... Oh, here we go. That's lucky. There was a few diamonds in my create chest. Eventually at some point as well, it's going to stop letting me use the anvil because it gets too expensive or something like that. I really don't understand, because nothing is too expensive, especially when you have big enderman farms and you can get like thousands of levels a second. But I suppose they don't want to make things too easy for you, so it does make sense. I might need to go and find a new deep dark soon, because I'm running out of stuff here. But it should do for now, hopefully. Alright, well, that's just gonna have to do, because that's the warden. I did see that this mod actually has some sort of rewards for killing the warden, so at some point I should try and do that. But I think that's a bit far-fetched for the moment. Maybe once I get post-netherite gear, but I don't know, he hits like a tank, so I don't really want to go doing that. It's not like I'm in hardcore, but I don't think I've died for over 300 days now, so I don't really want to break that record. I was going to leave this raid alone, but I'm still missing something from the raid, so I think I might try and fight it and hopefully I get it. Having all this health and defense is actually kind of annoying me, because it's making things too easy almost. Well, I suppose it's good in a way, because it makes it so that when I'm building I can just pummel through anything that's in my way. Oh, he's in here. Oh, why does it always spawn right here? This is where he was last time. Oh, well that was... Oh man, that was pathetic. Okay, hopefully I get this one thing I haven't gotten yet. Although I don't think I did. No. That's a shame. That means I'm just gonna have to fight another one. I'd probably need to do a higher tier raid to drop it. There's all sorts of these treasure bags as well, like there's ones for anglers and elder guardians and obviously all the other bosses. That's what I was talking about with the warden earlier as well. The angler one is going to annoy me though, because it means I'm going to need to go fishing a lot, which I really don't want to do because fishing kind of sucks in Minecraft. It's just boring. If it had a mechanic like Stardew Valley on the other hand, I might actually enjoy it, but you kind of just sit there and look, don't you? So it's not really interesting. The Elder Guardian one shouldn't be too bad, because I think there's one over that way somewhere near the floating islands. The one I'm most scared for is definitely the Warden though. That one's going to be a hassle. Why did the train stop? Alright, I think the first building I'm going to do here is definitely this one, so then it kind of sets the tone and also gets rid of this really ugly dirt box I have here. But before I get started though, I think I might just draw up a little bit of a concept art, because I've got the idea in my head, but it's not exactly a clear image. So I just want to kind of get it down, and then that way I know what I'm trying to draw. Or build, sorry. Before I do that though, I think I'll extend it just a tad bit. I did run out of dirt for the last little bit, but I think this is about the size I'd want it to be. I am considering whether I might want to maybe just pull it all the way across here, and then just leave the last little bit, but I do want a decent stair going around the side, because I think it would just look nicer. I don't know, I'll try a few different things when I'm drawing the concept art and see what works. The main thing I'm just worried about is whether it's going to look goofy being this long and thin, because it's quite a long distance for how thin it is, because it's only a couple blocks thick in comparison to how long it is. Alright, well I'm going to go draw up this concept art. Alright, well as you can see I've made a bit of a mess of this place while trying to figure out dimensions and stuff, but I have completed the concept art now. I might flash an image on the screen. And I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. I think it's gonna transition to Minecraft pretty well. I did go onto a bit of a creative test world as well just to test out block palettes, and I have a little bit of an idea in my mind of what blocks I'm gonna use, and it's gonna require a lot of sandstone, so I think my main focus for today is gonna be collecting resources and finding a desert or a beach mainly, because I'm gonna need, as I said, a lot of sandstone. So as much as I would like to start this right now, I'm gonna have to wait. Before I go and collect the resources as well, you might have noticed that I have this little bit of a gradient wall set up. This is gonna be pasted across the entire way essentially, and I just wanted to do it to figure out the gradient of what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna be a tough all the way up to stone gradient with that little trapdoor line there, just to give it a bit of a separation between the platform and the actual building itself. And in the concept art I did have this little tunnel running through. I don't know whether it's gonna stay or not. It depends on how it looks once I've added the stairs in on the front. but I reckon it's a nice detail that allows for a bit more traversability through the town. I also only drew one side of the concept as well, but over on this side I do have plans to make this the entrance with a little bit of a diagonal door going in and an arching over balcony maybe. I haven't really planned that part out very much, but there is concept in my mind, so I might have to draw that one separately as well. On the concept, I did also draw a clock tower, but I'm not 100% on whether I'm going to keep it or not. It might just make it look too tall, and compared to the rest of the buildings, depending on what I do to them, it might also look out of place. So that'll probably be a last finishing detail of the building, and I'll just see if it needs that extra little detail on the top, because if not, that's going to be great as well, because then I don't need to go and collect lots of copper. But anyway, I suppose I should probably go and find a desert now so I can start collecting some sand. I think I might have a bit of difficulty finding a desert in this world, because in the early days I looked around for probably about 1,000 blocks in each direction and I couldn't find one, and then I spent another hour going in just one direction and I again couldn't find one. So I don't know where the deserts are, but this area I'm in right now is pretty cold, so it might just be a bit of a walk. I also don't know how well this terrain mod I'm using goes with generating different biomes, like whether there's gonna be cold areas and then warm areas near each other. So because I'm in a cold area right now, it might be thousands and thousands of blocks off in that direction, or it could just be really close and across the ocean for all I know. But as I said, I have explored around, so I don't think it would be. Well, I did just realize that it is winter and I don't exactly want everywhere to be icy and snowy in my world, so I don't know whether I do want to go exploring now. I think I'll just deal with it and go anyway, which is a bit of a shame because now it's going to look pretty ugly in places that I go to, but it's fine, I don't really care overly too much. Before I go, I will definitely need to get some food because I don't have much and all I have is bread. I'm thinking I might try and make some of these Farmer's Delight food. The only thing is that a lot of them require tomatoes, and of course that's the one thing I don't have. It would also be nice if I had the ability to see how much it actually gave. I might try and go for one of these ones that gives me a buff alongside it, like the nourishment. It just depends on how hard they are to create, because some of these seem a bit exy. I think I might go for this fried rice because it seems decently easy and all the ingredients I have here on the farm, so I don't actually have to go and get any of it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go collect some eggs from the chickens and maybe collect a bit of rice as well. Okay, so I have all of the ingredients in my inventory, so I should be able to make them now, which it seems I can. Ah, there we go. Ah, these should be good. They give plenty of hunger. And also the comfort for 5 minutes as well. I don't know what the comfort does, but I'm hoping it's good. I was also worried that they wouldn't stack, but it seems they do, so that's pretty good. Okay, so I just looked it up. The comfort allows the player to maintain natural regeneration even if they're too hungry to do so normally. So that's actually really good. That's going to be super good for when I'm doing fights. So I'm going to definitely have to make sure that I take this whenever I do the Warden fight or the Ender Dragon fight. I just looked up the nourishment as well, and it seems to do just as much as I thought it does. It prevents the player from losing hunger and saturation. So these are really good, but I'm thinking I might want to try and get something with nourishment on it. I'm looking at options for nourishment dishes, and I'm kind of tossing up between the grilled salmon here or the shepherd's pie. But by the looks of it, you need to place the shepherd's pie down like a cake and then take plates of it out. And I don't know how well that's going to go and whether it's going to stack. The shepherd's pie does also require mutton, which I'm not exactly rich on at the moment, as I've only just started breeding my sheep. I might just kill one of these sheep and see how the shepherd's pie goes. And if it's any good, then I might do more. That being said, I did just get 5 mutton from 1 sheep, so... Okay, I've got everything I need now, so I should just be able to put it all into the grid, and it should be fine to craft. Alright, there we go, there's 1 shepherd's pie. I'll only craft 1 just for now, just to see how it works. Yeah, as I thought, you need to place it on the ground like a cake. I don't know if these are going to work very well or not. No, it should be fine, because they do separate off into 4 pieces and then actually stack, so that's great. That should be good then, I'll just make more of those. Alright, well these are really good, so I might just try and find some more sheep to kill out in the wild so that I'm not killing all of my supply. Wow, look at that, that is great. Man, this nourishment is great. Normally by now, with this much running, I would be down to like half hunger already. There we go, another sheep, finally. Oh look, there's a goat. If only you gave stuff. Wait, he's missing his horns as well. Oh, and another one. This place is a gold mine for sheep. Seeing this village here that's really close to my base, you're probably thinking, why did I build the railway all the way over to the other one? But it's because this one, all the villagers died because there's powdered snow around here and they kept on falling into it. So unfortunately, I did have to go to the further away one. Okay, that should be enough mutton for now. That's quite a few, so that should be enough for now. Ooh, they do only stack to 16 though, which is a bit annoying, but with how good quality they are though, it should be worth it. Before I go, I think I might craft another shovel, so then if it breaks while I'm out there, I at least have something. Alright, well, I'm about ready to go now, but before I do, I'm gonna go get some food IRL. Okay, well, I think I've got everything I need now, so I'm gonna head off in this direction, and hopefully I don't have to travel too far to find this desert. I'm also hoping that along the way, I'm gonna find some tomatoes, because that's the last thing I need to complete my farm. Because other than that, I've got every single crop. I mean, I say that, but I'm also missing mushrooms and netherwort, so I'm not exactly entirely only missing tomatoes. Although I suppose that the mushrooms and netherworts aren't exactly crops, they're more just used in some of the recipes, so I do want them. These islands are pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. It is a bit of a obstruction of my view when I look out here though, but it's fine. And my boat sank. I should have known that was gonna happen. I think I'm gonna touch land roughly over there where there's that break in the trees, because I have explored around about to where those trees are. Well, I'm looking over there and it looks like that might possibly be a desert on the edge there, but I'm not quite sure. Is this all ice? Are you kidding me? I mean, I suppose it's quicker, but like... So what's this over here? There's a sea temple here. Oh, it is laggy over here. I might just break through just a little bit and... Oh god. You can stop beaming me now, buddy. It's okay. You don't need to be such a prick all the time. Okay, this is annoying. These guys are strong. Oh, what's in here? Okay. I'll take the Nautilus shells. Oh, uh-oh. That guy wasn't there 2 seconds ago. Oh. Come on. Oh wait, there's sponges here too. I'll have to collect them. Oh, that was pretty easy. I don't know why I expected that to be hard, honestly. Alright, there's 6 possible drops here. They don't seem overly too special. Most of them are just uncommon, but hopefully we get something good. Or it didn't seem like anything, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, well, that's great. I missed the 2 things that are actually decent. Hopefully there is another one in here so that I can actually get those, because I am intrigued to see what they are, actually. Oh man, this place is a maze. I'm gonna get lost in here. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go back up and activate that Heart of the Sea. Nice, I got just the perfect amount of Nautilus shells from that chest earlier as well. I don't think I've actually done a conduit in ages. Maybe shit me. Do I have any milk? No. Alright, whatever, that's fine enough. Now, is there gonna be gold in the center here? Oh man, this sucks. Okay, there is gold, but there is no way I'm mining all that. That is gonna take forever. Oh god, it's a maze. Well, never mind, maybe it's not. Oh, here we go, here's another one. Oh, this guy's a joke. Again, it's probably just because I have really overpowered stuff, but it's whatever. Okay, please drop the good stuff. He didn't, of course. Is there any way to get around these things? Oh, I suppose I could just do this. I don't think it's intended to be done like this, but I don't care. I just realized as well, I don't have fatigue anymore, so I'm gonna go mine those gold blocks. Nice chunk of gold we have here. I think now we're getting into the true maze part of it. Oh, well, not really. All the things that are supposed to be mazes just go to a straight dead end, so it's not really that good of a maze. Yeah, see, what did I tell you? Oh, I missed a part. Oh, here we go. Now this looks like a boss fight arena. Is that... Yes! That's actually cool. Oh, this is sick. And I got myself a nice trident from it as well. Oh, there we go. Another one of the Elden Guardians. Alright, please give me the rare stuff. Oh, I found new items? Oh, it's just a Nautilus shell. That's lame. Was this it? Was this the final chamber? Oh, no, there's a little bit more. Oh, no, I just led straight back up to the top. That was actually really cool, I'm not gonna lie. I'll be taking my conduit back now. You're an asshole. Alright, well, that's just great. I'm gonna come back when I don't have mining fatigue. Oh, never mind, that's right now, because it's wearing off. See, look at how easy it was, like, come on. Alright, well, that was a good little side adventure. Oh, this sucks. This entire chunk of ocean is just gonna be iced over from now on. I mean, I suppose it's good for travel, at least. This is not a desert. Ooh, Jungle temple. Oh shit. That actually scared me, I'm not gonna lie. Ah, alright. Well, that's a fun little puzzle, isn't it? I think this might be the lowest level. Oh no, there's a bit of a bed here. That can't mean anything good. The fact that they're letting you set your spawn. There we go. And it would have been super easy if I'm not ass, but I am, so. Another Peridite potion. Yep, I knew that was gonna happen. Wait, what's in here? Gimme. Okay. Well, that was another nice little side adventure, but now back to the main one. Alright, well, I was gonna continue heading this way, but I think I might want to stay away from the mountains, because I think the deserts are gonna spawn further away from them. At first I was actually really annoyed that there was ice everywhere, but now I'm actually kind of glad, because it makes it so much quicker. Oh, that's great. Yo, that is one fat ocelot. Oh my lord. Oh my, look at this. Wait, is this a desert? It's a Badlands, are you kidding me? Is that regular desert over there? It might be. See that little layer of sand on the top? If not, then I think there's a bit of sand over there that I could possibly sweep up, but that actually does look like a regular desert, so my fingers are crossed. I'm begging and I'm praying. Oh, this looks like a little chunk of desert. Yes, bro. No, this will definitely work. This is definitely good enough for what I need. It does seem like there is a bit more desert over that way as well, so if I do ever run out of this, which I don't think I will, but in the chance that I do run out of it, I can go over there. I am looking for tomatoes though, because they are supposed to spawn in arid climate, but I think a desert might be a bit too dry. Although that being said, I think these are tomatoes right here. Yes, man, everything's going right. Nice, a bit of a goat horn action. Oh, it's one of the good ones too. Is that a desert temple as well? I think it might be. Either that or it's just a random weird spire. There's no way it's actually just a spire. That's crazy. I'm just gonna clear out a big chunk of this desert and get as much sand as possible. Okay, well I could probably get more. I don't exactly have that much, but my shovel is about to fold, and I don't really want to lose it, because it is a pretty good shovel. So I think I'm just gonna go with what I have. I don't think I'll run out, it should be enough, but the only thing I'm missing now is I'm pretty sure I don't have birch back at the base, so I'm gonna have to try and find some birch on my way back. Oh, my game does not like the mangrove. It is lagging so badly right now. Alright, I don't want to spend too much time here because it is absolutely killing my computer. I'm just gonna grab a few popagills and go. I don't even know if I actually have any. Wait! Birch! Oh! That's not at all what I was gonna say, but that's actually really good. Ooh! Now that's. Oh god! Oh no, not my boots. Oh, I feel so slow now. My helmet's about to snap, I don't want it to. I should be fine, because I'm still at max defense from all my levels that I have into defense, but I am going to be a little bit wary, though. Oh god, there is a guy in this room. Alright, I think that's me. I'm gonna dip out of this place now. What is this? Oh, well, I'm just gonna go straight in for this guy. Get him going. Oh, he always spawns Vexes, man. I'm so sick of Vexes. Leave me alone. Oh god, there goes my chest plate as well. You see, this is why I don't like generating chunks when it's winter, because now it's all just gonna be ice forever now. It feels like I'm out of hunger, because this is about the speed that I would walk at when I had my nimble boots. Alright, well it was a nice little detour, but now, because I lost all of my armor during that process, I'm gonna need to go mining for diamonds, because I don't even have any diamonds to replace it. I have enough diamonds to repair my helmet at least, so might as well do that. I really don't want to, but I'm gonna have to take more time away from the project to go and get diamonds. I've come back to the ancient city that I pulverized last time, and I'm hoping that there's going to be some diamonds in the roof. That's the wrong button. Oh, there we go. There's some right there. Are you kidding me? It was a one vein. And the fortune didn't even work either. That's just fabulous. Well, I'm definitely glad I came over here. Look at this. There's one there, one there, one there, and then one here. That was a decent vein. No, my diamonds! Honestly, it might just be quicker to just walk along this pool with water. What is going on there? There's diamonds above me though, so I suppose it's worth because it made me look up. Oh, there's a few over there. Oh, there's quite a few actually. Oh, I missed one over there. Oh, gotta level up in level Z. Alright, that should be plenty enough diamonds for now. Okay, I'm hoping that I get some good reforges, because I don't want to be getting no commons or anything. Honestly, I'm probably just going to keep on re-rolling until I get good ones. That is not what I want to be seeing right now. Neither is that. Now that'll do. I'll work with that. No. No. That's fine. That'll do. Oh, and I also need to make leggings to repair my leggings. I forgot about that part. Man, I need to go get levels. Are you kidding me? Okay, hopefully this is enough levels, because I don't really want to go back down there again. It's alright. I've got more that I can do stuff with. Let's roll an Unbreaking 3. That's fine. Depth Strider. Let's hope we get a good lot. Protection 3. That's not too bad. Ooh, Nimble. There we go. Unbreaking 3. Please have something good in it. It's whatever. It's fine. You know, I'm going for another lot on this. Vigor. Oh, that's what I want. Alright. There we go. Okay, well, before I get too far ahead of myself, I do need to actually smelt the majority of this into smooth sandstone. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to do that using the create fans, because I don't really want to smelt them all in furnaces, because it's just going to take forever. Okay, as far as I know, this should work now. I should just be able to plug in a few stacks of this stuff and it should just convert it really easily. Oh, here we go. They're already starting to convert. Well, now that I've got that sorted, I should hopefully be able to finally get back to building. Well, despite what I just said, I did just remember that I want to get some nether bricks for the build, so I'm not quite ready to go back. Also, it appears like the smoldering enchantment that I have on my pickaxe is turning them straight away into nether bricks. Now that I'm down here, I should just be free to do some mining. And hopefully, if I'm lucky, I might even be able to get some netherite along the way. Which, as a matter of fact, I think there is some right there. I can't quite see, though. And yes, it is. Oh, I thought I didn't get it for a second. I was actually about to be so mad. Okay, that should surely be enough bricks for now. Alright, well, hopefully that should be enough resources, because I don't really want to come back to the base. It's a bit of a long trek. I mean, I've filled my inventory as much as possible, so surely I should be fine. You know, I was saying that thing about birch earlier, but there's birch right here outside my base, so that's just great. Okay, well, I suppose before I actually start working on it, I should probably clean up all of this mess that I've made. Okay, well, I'm gonna start getting to work, and I'm probably just gonna do a few progress updates here and there, because it's not gonna be exactly anything to look at, so... Alright, well, I've done one wall. It's not too bad. It seems a little bit too forced, the stone at the top, so I might need to pull the cobblestone layer down a little bit. But other than that, it's pretty... It's alright, it's alright. I could definitely do better, but it's not exactly the main focus of the build, so I don't want to put too much effort into it. But anyway, I suppose I should probably move on to the sides now. Alright, well, I finished this wall now. It's kind of lacking with the same problem as this one, but it's not that bad. It's alright. Again, it doesn't need to be too detailed. I also started putting on some trapdoors on the top as well to line it, because it's going to be a little bit of a flat space if I don't put them there. I needed something to transition, and I figured trapdoors would probably be the cheapest option. I also already had a stack of trapdoors in my chests from destroying all the villages, so... Well, anyway, I got one more wall to go, and then hopefully I should be good to move on to actually building. Well, I did a little bit more than I said I was going to do, because as well as doing this wall, I did the stairs as well. The only thing I'm a little bit iffy on is whether I'm going to wrap these trapdoors around to the side here. It just might look a little bit goofy with these trapdoors as well. I think so far it looks alright, so I might just move on to the top section, and then I'll decide on that little detail later. So this part here is going to be a bit of a balcony, and I just want to show the design process a little bit, because I'm going to be doing very intricate things with this. And although I have all these mods that add extra blocks, honestly, I'm just going to be using regular vanilla blocks for the entirety of it, because I don't really like using things that aren't in the base game, especially seeing I want to kind of develop my skill more, and I don't want to be using entirely modded blocks and then get too used to the ability of using them. So I figured I should probably actually use the blocks that I'm going to be using when I play the game. So doing just a little fence like this, I like to do this little design with the trapdoors and the fences. It makes a nice arch shape, and it looks good from a distance as well as the main part. It is a little bit squashed though, so I think I might see what it looks like with just the stairs, removing the trapdoor. See, when I step back, that looks a little bit better in terms of the actual arch, because it's not as long and small. Alright, well that's nice, then I might just leave it at that. To use these trapdoors I made though, I might just place them here to give it a little bit of extra height and a bit of texture as well. As a matter of fact, thinking a little bit more forward into the design, I think I might leave these side ones as ones like this as well. Moving on to the actual main building, I'm just going to place some temporary dirt blocks here for the time being. It's mostly going to be made out of nether bricks, or maybe not mostly, but these little trims are going to be made out of nether bricks. And I just like the slight red hue that it has to it. It gives it a nice extra color. There is a 2-block center here, but that's fine. That just leaves space for a nicer looking door. Along the top, I'm going to switch to a little bit of stripped spruce logs as well, and just make it a little bit of extra color that's not just red. Matter of fact, I might make it one more higher as well. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Alright, well, in my concept art, I do have these little arches here, but I don't know how that's going to work without trapdoors that are in the same color as the nether. So I'm gonna use these spruce parts instead, because when I use the stairs combined with these trapdoors here, it allows it to have a nice fall off to the block instead of just being a harsh edge on a harsh edge. Now as a back here, I'm gonna put dark oak because it's got a slightly darker hue that's closer to the nether, and also giving contrast to both of the nether and the spruce. And I also just like its rich color that it gives. In the concept art, I did have these nice big arching windows that look about 2 blocks wide, but that's not going to work on this scale, so I think I'm just going to go for a single block window that's a little bit more on the taller side than the short and arching. And I'm going to leave space for a door here as well, but I'm going to do a 3 tall door using some trapdoors, because I reckon it's going to look a bit silly just being a 2 tall one. Using the trapdoors here, I'm able to get a extended door look, making it look 3 blocks tall instead of 2 blocks tall. And of course, it only opens the bottom ones when I open it, but it gives the illusion. It is looking a bit barren at the top there, so I might add a little bit of a gap using some stairs to give the look of a window. And it just added a tiny little extra detail that makes the space look more full. Now, I think I might want to put full glass blocks here instead of panes. Never mind, I'm not liking it. Feels like it's missing something. I might add just a small little strip of spruce along the bottom here, because it almost feels a little bit too tall. I think that works. I think that pulls it together just that little bit extra. Looking at this now, it looks a bit of a harsh cutoff, so I might just add a button along there to give it a bit of an easier transition. That didn't do as much as I was hoping to do, but it does help a little bit. I didn't exactly want to, because it kind of just covers it up, but I did add the trapdoors, and it does look a whole lot better. So I might just leave it there for a little bit and see how I feel about it. But for the time being, I'm pretty much just going to copy this design around the entire way. And with that, that's pretty much everything done for what I was doing. Oh, except I missed this little section here. And the only thing that's left for this layer on the exterior at least is this tiny entrance here. I'm still kind of deciding how I want to do it. Whether I want to try and make it some sort of diagonal, or whether I just make it go in like this and then have it like that. But regardless, I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this section of the roof. Well, for starters, I think I can safely put these trapdoors here and say that those are going to be there. And honestly, I think going on a diagonal is going to look really funky, so I think I might just make it go in. next question is just how I'm going to do that. Because if I do it like that, then it makes it look really flat next to these. So I'm going to have to make it indented in some sort of way. Honestly, what I might actually just do is I might just make this a flat wall and have the entrance on only one side of it right here instead of trying to make it on the corner. Because while I could put it on the corner, it might just look a bit goofy. And I actually kind of like that, because then that way I can put something here, like maybe like a little bit of a window. I think that looks nice, but it is kind of lacking something in this space right here. I'm just kind of limited on what I can do because it's kind of right clashing with this. And I could move the door over by one, but then on the inside it's going to look even worse because it's right next to a window. So I'd rather keep it flat like this. Honestly, what I might do is I might just do a little bit of a banner design and hang it here, and it can be like a bit of a town emblem. And that way I can add a little bit of extra story to the town as well, apart from just the buildings. That, however, can be a project for later. For now, I'm going to fill in all of this glass. Now, onto the next part of the problem, what I'm going to do with the roof. I might have to sit and think on this one for a while. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think I've got it. I think I might want to make it a little bit of a curve. Make it come out two, and then come in by one, just like that. Strip the logs. And then that way I can put a little bit of a balcony here as well. Right, well now I've just got to fill in this space. I might honestly just go really simple with it and put slabs here. And edge it with stairs as well so that it comes down a bit easier. Again, really simple. But now it's missing something here as well, but that should be an easy fix. Just a little bit of stairs to create a bit of a window and it should just be fine. Well, see, never mind, because now it's clashing with this window. I think what I might just do is add a little bit of an arch like I've done over here with the spruce stairs and trapdoors, and see if that helps the situation at all. Tell you what, that did help a little bit, but I'm still encountering the same problem with this gap here. Well, that actually worked. I'm kind of shocked at that. I thought it was going to look like cheeks, really. Alright, nice. Well, at least I've got this part figured out, because that was the main thing that I was worried about. As for this, it depends on what I'm going to make the inside floor, because I still haven't decided that yet either. As a matter of fact, I might actually do something with smooth stone and maybe andesite. I've got an idea in my head. I might just see what it looks like first before I fully commit to it though. It kind of works, I suppose. I mean, it's not too bad. I'll try to put the smooth stone in the corners here where it would be less likely that people tread a lot. And it kind of works, but on this small of a scale, it's kind of just a minute detail. But it's whatever. It fits. It's alright. I also do have some sort of an idea of what I want to do for the floor in here, but I'm going to leave that to another time because I can't be bothered. Well, I said I wasn't going to do the floor in here, but I think while I'm doing this next floor, it would be nice that if I fall, I'm not going to fall all the way down there. And also, it's going to get really tall, so I think I might start taking a lot of damage when I fall. So I think I might just quickly wrap up the floor. And what I'm going to do for the floor is I'm going to do a mix of stripped dark oak and stripped spruce logs. And I've seen a few people do this before. It's not exactly a entirely common thing, but I think it looks really nice, and it's just kind of like a patch of spruce and then a patch of dark oak, and it looks really nice. You'll see what I mean when I put it up. But essentially what it is laying them straight like this, strip them of course, and then I just put a little patch of dark oak in, and then I go back to the spruce. It's just an easy way to add a little bit of texture to the floor while not making it too obnoxious with different colors and very noisy patterns. The one thing I try to avoid when doing this is making repeating patterns, so I don't want to have this exact same shape copied and pasted in the same place a million times, which I've kind of done here. When it's in small amounts, it's not really that much of a worry. Again, I said this in my last video, do not try and take building advice from me, because I am absolutely horrible. So, if you take any one piece of advice from me, it would be do not take my advice. Also, just while I'm building this, I would love to see some constructive criticism in the comments, because I'm only just starting YouTube. I'm not really that good at it, so if anyone has any like advice or notices something that I reckon I should do differently, then it would be really nice to get some constructive criticism on that. And again, constructive is the key word there, because don't just say things just because. I actually want genuine advice here. And I know that's probably a risky thing to say, being the internet and all, but I genuinely do trust some people at least to give constructive criticism. And that should be the floor done. Well, before I move on to this next layer, I'm going to need to go and repair my axe, which unfortunately I think means I need to go and get more levels, but I'm hoping that I don't have to, because I am sick of grinding levels. Oh, okay, nice, I don't have to. Well, I suppose it does only have efficiency 5, so it would be nice to get unbreaking on it, but I am not going to put in all that effort at the moment. I want to build. See, look at how ugly it is out there in the ocean now that it's all covered with ice. And that's exactly why I didn't want to explore in the winter, but like, it's whatever. It'll come out eventually. Man, I like these shaders, but it is so bright, it's hurting my eyes. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna start on this next layer now. Thinking ahead here, I made a lot of this smooth sandstone, almost all of my sandstone into smooth actually. And I'm starting to think I might want to use the sandstone, just like the regular stuff, because it might look a bit nicer. But anyway, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it, so for now, I think I might want to push it out another block, maybe with a stair, because otherwise it's going to look really flat. So if I just place a strip of stairs along here, for the pillars on the side that I have on the concept art, I think I'm going to use some stripped birch, because while birch isn't really good in most cases, I think it blends very well with the concrete. It's a bit of a harsh cut off here at the moment, but I think once I add the rest of it in, it's going to blend together a bit better. So I think I'm just going to commit to it for now and see how it looks later. And I'm going to use the same thing I used last time where I push it in a block. And this is the part of the wall that I'm considering maybe using sandstone in for a bit more texture, because I think it might look a bit empty if I just leave it as straight sandstone. Or maybe not empty is the right word, but just flat, too flat. I did also draw a little strike through on the top of this block here, so I might replace the top layer out with smooth, or cut sandstone, sorry. Yeah, that's nice, that works. I don't know, it's too flat. I think I'll see what it looks like with the sandstone on just one of them before I fully commit. See, I forgot that I had that little strike on the top here. It would look nice if it was a full single connected texture, but oh no, the strike breaks it up too much and it makes it look a bit obnoxious. Maybe I just leave the bottom strip as reg sandstone then. Yeah, I think that works. I'll try that on the other two and see if I like it from a distance. From a distance of this, you can only just hardly notice it, but you can see a little bit of a color change, and I do like that. Another thing that I'm noticing looking from a distance, this looks a little bit too thin here, so I might try and add a slab there to make it look a bit thicker and more structurally sound. That also might help with blending the birchwood into the sandstone a bit. One thing as well, I think I might want to try and use some stairs to create that little bit of an arch on the window like I have in the art here. Because otherwise it just looks a bit too boxy. And I want to keep that nice arches that I have over here in similar theme up here. That being said, I don't know whether I want to put those arches on the actual structure of the build though. I'll come back to this distance after I add the arches on the window and see how I like it. Alright, I think I'm happy with this. It's got that nice arch on the windows now, and it creates it having a bit more of a continued theme with the arches. I didn't add it while I was up there because I wanted to see what the arches on the windows looked like first, but I do think it is going to need that slab on top of the stairs there because it's looking a bit thin. So I'll go and add that and see how it looks again. I'm not loving the smooth sandstone. I might see how it looks with regular sandstone before I go and do the distance check. I'm not entirely loving that either. I wonder if maybe it's just missing some stairs on the side. I think that helped a little bit. It definitely looks a bit more connected now to the wood. The only thing being is that I think because I'm using the same block when I go to the distance, it might not pull out as well. Although that being said, it is looking pretty alright from this angle. Yeah, no, I think that works. That looks really good. I'm gonna go and put that on that last one now. And for the final part of the wall, it's just gonna be topped with a strip of stripped birch. Man, that was hard to say. I had to do that 3 times. It's alright. I think it just needs a little bit more color to it though, because it's very single tone. I don't know what I could do to add that though. Maybe if I switch this top strip out for oak maybe. Yeah, I think that helped. It just looks a little bit more rich, I guess, now. It is still missing something though. I want to put some sort of detail on where the logs meet, because I do have, on the art that I drew like a little bit of a lip surrounding it, but I would have to require quarter slabs, which we don't have. I don't know, maybe a trapdoor would work, like an oak trapdoor or something. I mean, it's not exactly what I had drawn, but I reckon it looks good though. It still feels like it's missing something. It's probably because it's missing the arches that the bottom level has, and it's just feeling a bit barren. I mean, I can always add them and see how I feel. And see, I think I might have to use wood as well instead of the sandstone. Okay, I think that might have been what it was missing. Yeah, that's really nice. And as a matter of fact as well, not that I think it will ever be seen because it's such a minor detail, but I think I might flip the trapdoors around so that the little handle is closer to the blocks and it looks like it's a little bit of a thing holding it together. Again, such a minor detail that no one will ever notice, but I like to just put that tiny extra part in there just for the, I don't know, just because it's fun, I guess. And that being said, I think I might transfer that detail down to these rails as well. It is still missing something right here though. I just don't know what to add. Like whether I push the trapdoor down to that block or what, I just don't really know. I might try it and see how it looks. Only thing is now that top strip is missing the extra detail. Although maybe that could just be achieved with a button or two along the way. Yeah, I think the buttons worked. And as a matter of fact, I might even paste that down onto this bottom one as well. Yeah, no, that's nice. That really worked. Alright, but now that I've got the design figured out, I'm going to paste it around to every single side, and then I think we might start working on the roof. So after the time lapse, I went back to finish up with some final details, and I also added an extra detail with the signs here, you might notice. And I was looking at it and it just looked like there was a tiny gap there that could have been filled with something, and I was looking through the crafting grid of what I could add, and I'm like, oh, a sign could look perfect there. So I just tested it out on the front and it looked nice, so I put it around the entire way. And also, you might have noticed that I left this part blank, and that's only because I don't really know what I'm going to do with it yet, because that curve is going to be kind of hard to work with. Although I am thinking that I'm just going to continue the curve around on the top and then get rid of the walls and make it just like a bit of a balcony or something like that. But I just don't know how that's going to look when I add the roof in, so I gotta still decide on that. That being said, I think it's about time to start working on the roof. So I'm thinking with this roof here, I want to have like some sort of separation. Like when I look at the art, I had a bit of a gap there because I was intentionally thinking about this detail that I was going to add. And what I'm planning on doing is to make it so that there's a little bit extra detail on this. I'm going to just put a tiny strip of stairs in between here and the fence spiky thing that's going to go on top. I was also thinking about this corner too, and I think what I might do is I might make the balcony just come out to a straight corner edge here, and then just leave the wood having this curve, and make it so that there's maybe just like a little bit of a trapdoor thing going on here to make it so that it still seems supported, because otherwise it's just going to be really goofy looking on the top. So I think that's what I'm going to do, but I will have to see what it looks like first. And now I'm just going to make these little pillars that are going to edge the walls here, and then fill the gaps with walls as well. Okay, and then to top it as well, as I said, we're topping it with iron bars. I didn't think about this part. When I place the iron bars on top, it creates the pillar instead of just the flat wall. So now it's got this really ugly bumps to it. I might just stick to the walls because it's not like it's that noticeable. Well, that's a bit of an annoyance, but as I said, it's not that noticeable, so it should be fine. And then last detail as well, just to make it so that these walls are actually the pillar-shaped walls, we're going to place some lanterns on the top as well. This is also hopefully going to help to prevent mobs from spawning on the roof as well. Yeah, I mean, that looks great. It looks perfectly fine. Now I just got to decide whether I want to put that clock tower on top, because I think it would be a nice addition, but I'm just thinking it might make the tower look a little bit too tall, because once I add the clock tower, it's probably going to be about roughly maybe up to about here where the top of it is, and that's just a big addition there. I might come back to that because I've still got two more things that I need to do. The main one, of course, being this wall here on the corner. And I think I've got it figured out. I think I know what I'm going to do. Well, I kind of forgot to do commentary, but basically what I'm doing here is I'm going to make another diagonal entrance, kind of like what I did down there, except I think I might just leave this one open to the air. And what I'm doing is I'm taking those arching fence designs that I had around the front and putting them back in over here to make a bit of a balcony. And just for now, because I haven't decided what the floor of this area is going to be, I'm just going to temporarily put sandstone in here. But basically, that's all it is. That's all I'm going to do. Except one addition, I am also going to add a bit of a pillar coming down here. And then looking at this from the main area where I'm going to be seeing it coming out of here, it doesn't look too bad. The pillar is a little bit odd looking where it is, but I think without it, it's going to look like it's not supported very well, so I think I might leave it. So I put a little pillar of scaffolding up on the top there to represent roughly how tall the clock tower is going to be if I put it. That's including the dome as well, so where that top block is would probably be around about the top of the dome. And I don't think it's going to look too silly, so I might just lay out a little bit of a scaffold, like just the exterior blocks, and see how it looks. Yeah, alright, I think I might just commit to it. I didn't build the scaffold as I said, but I don't think it's going to look overly that bad. So I'm just going to commit to it. And basically all it's going to be is just this pillar of sandstone with a copper dome on the top. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned for at the moment is going to be the copper dome, because I think at this scale it's just going to look a little bit off maybe. I think I'm going to incorporate another one of these little arch designs like I have down below me here. Probably about a 2-block window maybe. And then just so and it doesn't look too plain, I might add a strip of slabs on top here so that there's an extra smaller window on top of it. Also, I went to go and get more materials as well, and this looks a little bit out of place, so I might just make it come straight down into here instead of having this little lip like the rest of the place. And I think that works to just make it look a little bit more stable. And I think about here is where I'm going to start the arch. I think I might change some of this sandstone out for smooth sandstone as well. So maybe going down to about this level, or actually maybe even one more level, it's going to be smooth sandstone. Maybe just one level higher. And I think I'm going to start a new layer here with a little bit of birch. And this segment here is going to be the segment that has the clock in it as well. I might just add a strip of birch stairs again on this part, just so then it looks a bit taller. Yeah, I think that worked. And then about on this level is where the dome is going to start, so I'm gonna leave a little bit of a strip of regular sandstone here. And this gap is for the clock face, so I think I might just use some stairs to round it out. It's a bit angular, but it works. Yeah, no, I reckon that's gonna look really good. Only thing is that I need to figure out some sort of a better transition, because that looks horrible at the moment. Alright, well I think now I'll just copy the design over each side, and then I'll start working on the copper dome. I'm just gonna go with the snow and hopefully it doesn't melt. The hands of the clock as well, I'm just going to use trapdoors. Like, I'm sure there's probably better things that I can use for it, but this is the only thing I can think of. Yeah, that looks fine. I mean, it looks just the same as if I was going to use concrete anyway, so I think it's missing something. It looks too straight of a cutoff there. So whether I use signs again to try and bring it across maybe. I'll go up and see how it looks. I think that helped a little bit. Maybe just a button on either side of that as well, just to even further bring it across. Yeah, I mean, that worked. Only thing is that it's created a bit of a face now, but that doesn't really matter too much. The only thing I've got left to do is the copper dome now, but I don't actually have the copper to do it yet, so I'm gonna go and collect some. I'm pretty sure I remember when I went to that ocean temple as well, that there was copper in the walls there. So instead of mining the copper up, I might just go and get it from there, because that's probably honestly gonna be quicker. I'll tell you what though, I do not like the way that the copper looks with this texture pack. I prefer the vanilla texture, so honestly I might even change back to just vanilla textures, because I don't even know what else it changes really. Before I even start placing the copper, I'm going to do this little thing that I've seen somebody do. I can't remember who it was, but I've seen somebody do it somewhere, where when they were doing a bit of a copper roof like this, pretty much the exact same thing that I'm doing here, they put a little bit of a border around it like this, where they used trapdoors on the bottom and then a layer of fences and gates in between and then slabs on top to give it a bit of a border, and I thought it looked really good, and I feel like it's going to work very well with this theme. I mean, it looks fine at the moment, but I'm not going to be able to tell if it truly works until I put the copper in. Again, with this size, I feel like I'm going to struggle to make it a nice looking dome that you can actually see from the floor as well. Is the most important part. I think if I just cut these corners out and replace them with slabs, that might make it a little bit more rounded looking. Right, I think that works, but from the ground is the actual true test. Am I going to be able to see it? Yeah, so you can only just barely see it, whereas I want to actually be able to have like a decent bit of a bulge over the top. I might experiment with making it a little bit more pointy, or maybe I might even just put a tiny bit of a extra tower on the top there. Just see what it looks like. I mean, it's not bad. It definitely works. You still can't really see the copper, but you weren't going to see it regardless, so now that I've added that, it just at least puts something on the top of the build. And I suppose now I should probably move on to doing the interior. Not that I really want to do it, but it does need to be done at some point, so I might as well do it now instead of later. I'm thinking I might put this staircase in this little corner right here. I'm thinking for this top floor I'd do a combination of andesite, polished andesite, and stone. Especially seeing that with this connected textures mod, it makes a nice borderless andesite texture with the smooth andesite. Man, my PC is going absolutely hyperdrive at the moment. It was already struggling and now a virus scan is going off. Honestly, I think I might just leave it as sandstone out here. It kind of fits. I think I'm going to put another layer of blocks along here so that I can have a different roof for this bottom section. I might do a mix of slabs and stairs to make a bit of a rafter feel to it. I don't know if that's the right word or not, but you'll see what I mean. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm just trying to make it look like there's support beams going through. Okay, well I think that pulled up nicely. I just need to add an extra layer of dark oak. Oh, my virus scan is complete. I don't have a virus, wow. It's not like I've downloaded anything. And I plan to make this bottom floor a bit of a library. I just don't know how it's going to pull across. I think it should be fine, but we'll just see. Pretty happy with how the library turned out. It's pretty good. This upstairs area, I'm probably going to do like a mayor's office because it is the town hall after all. So I'm going to section it off into 2 rooms, have this section as the mayor's office, and then this part out here as a bit of a reception. I think I might start in here with the mayor's office, honestly. So I just finished up with the interior and I think it's pretty good. Like, it's at least alright. Like, I've got enough places in the library downstairs for villagers to work. and on top of that, it's just a decent looking library as well. The only thing, I might change these out for slabs at some point. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out on that one. I don't know. There's not much down in the library section. It's pretty much just a library. But if we come upstairs here, we've got the mayor's office and a little bounty board as well, so then I can put them down again. Okay, so I don't know what happened, but my mic got really bad here, so from now on I'm just going to voice it over in post. So basically, what I'm saying here is that I've got a little table here for the secretary, and this is probably going to be the only cartographer in the entirety of the village, because they're not really that useful. I used a bed here to make like a cushioned seat, just so that the secretary doesn't actually have to leave the building, so hopefully she binds to the bed and some other villager doesn't, because it would be kind of annoying. I did the same thing in the mayor's office. I put a bed down so that he doesn't have to leave. I'm also going to make the mayor a cleric and the secretary a cartographer. I'm not 100% on those yet because the cartographer looks more fancy having like a monocle, but I just think the cartography table works better in the design of the secretary's table rather than the mayor's table. But I don't know, I might change it out later because the monocle really does make the mayor kind of aesthetic, I guess you could say. I probably could have done more with the mayor's office. Like I was going to put a rug down or even like a rug out in the waiting room as well, but it's fine as it is, and I didn't want to go and collect more resources because I kind of got slack, I don't know. But basically the entire build is done now. The only thing that I might do is maybe do the paths, but I think I'll just leave that until next episode. So if you want to see more of the village, definitely make sure to subscribe so that you know when the next video comes out. I'm going to try and post weekly, but I'm not going to stay 100% to that, especially around Christmas, because I don't know whether I'm going to be at home or not. But I will be trying to post weekly, so if I don't post weekly, then I guess you can like beat me up or something, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. I think I'm gonna head back to the farm and take care of some crops for a little bit, so I'll see you in the next one.